Hey guys, it's been a bit since I've recorded something. It's been a hectic couple of days. I've actually been meaning to make this video for like a week, maybe 2 weeks. This is our update about what the bank said. I do have some advice in here, and I do have some really great news that we didn't think we were going to get. But, if you're wondering where I'm at work right now. If you understand how hectic my last couple of days have been, I'm having to record my video at work because it's my only quiet place at the moment. Our child is teething, and, she's not liking it. She hates it right now. She is miserable. It's making her sick, and she's just a hot mess. So what does that mean? Mommy is a hot mess. Very badly. I've actually been getting her birthday stuff ready. Her birthday will be Saturday. She'll be a year old. And whenever I cry, I've been crying a lot. I'm not ready. Daddy's ready, but I'm not. On top of that, I've been working on some of my craft stuff, which this is my 4th of July wreath I just made. If anybody would like one or would like to purchase one, go check out my Etsy account. It's Minnie Moon's Craft Shop. If you need the link, I'll link the description down, or put a link in the description below. Well, where do I start? So Wednesday, 2 weeks ago, I think it was 2 weeks ago. It may have been longer, guys. I can't even remember. We went to the bank. We went to the bank with the idea of, okay, this is going to be a year-long process. We're going to get a lot accomplished this year, and by this time next year, we will be purchasing a house. Okay, great. So glad we went in with that idea. Well, we get there, and she takes our information, she checks our credit, she comes back, and she's like, wow. And I was like, oh my God, here we go. Done chewed my fingernails down to the nubs. There's like nothing left. Let me tell you, I was stressed. We're not waiting a year. We are signing papers on a house in less than 2 months. The past 2 years, since we've moved out, did our own thing, we've been working on nothing but our credit. You know, we wanted to make sure we were well established, knew what we were doing, and thought we had some idea, but, you know, I am very stressful and overanalyze everything. So I was like, oh my God, we suck. There's no way. She's going to look at us and laugh. That's not the case. She was beyond proud of us. And it felt so amazing to know that all the stress that I was doing was literally for nothing, but that we had actually accomplished something really big. We got approved for a decent amount, nothing crazy. Remember, we're only 20, 19, whatever, and this is our very first house loan. So, with that being said, in these next 2 months, we are actually going to be looking at houses. We went and looked at a couple. We haven't went in any yet. We just, drove by them, looked around outside, trying to settle on a location because we have no clue where we want to be. We've got ideas of where we don't want to be, but we have no idea where we truly want to be. You know, being so young, it's hard to find really good jobs without having some kind of school behind me. In all honesty, I mean, we don't want to move too far because of family, and we don't want to leave our jobs that we have now just because we don't know if we're going to find something as good. And in getting into a mortgage as high as we are, it's not a good idea to go somewhere and then not be able to find a job. So, we're kind of limited, but we're exploring. Ethan knows he's going to get a new job here soon, but he's not sure where or exactly when. That'll That'll be something we figure out once we figure out a house, which I guess that's kind of backwards. But, for my advice, for my thoughts on if you're wanting to do something like this, which, in my opinion, renting is helpful, but only for a year. Maybe 2 years. We've been renting for 2 years, but we had a pretty good rent agreement set up. I mean, our rent's really low. We're only paying the mortgage price of this house instead of what actual rent would be for other people. I think, truly, it's a waste of time. I mean, if you think about it, all the money that you're going to put into renting a place, you could be putting towards a house that's going to be yours. A house where you can make your own changes, do what you want to do with it, have dogs, have cats, have fish, whatever you want to have, without the stress of, well, are they going to come in and tell me I can't do this? Or are they going to stop by and check? Or am I doing this wrong? Am I doing that wrong? I mean, the stress level of renting from somebody is just ridiculous. Now, you have to rent to be able, but you have to have a renter reference, you know, so they know so the bank will know that you are reliable and you're consistent. You're not jumping into this with the thought of changing your mind in 6 months. You know, buying a house is big. It's not something that you can just refund and be like, oops, wrong purchase, didn't want that. You can't do it. Buying a house is big. Selling a house, even bigger. It's hard to do. And, you know, you fell in love with a house for certain reasons, but finding somebody that's going to fall in love with the exact same things, it's hard. It's hard. If you're going to buy a house, if you're watching this video to find out what you need to do or how you want to do it or how you need to go about it, my advice to you is go to your bank. If you've got renter's history, if you've got good credit, if you've worked hard for it, and if you've had the same job for at least a year, you need to have had the same job for a year, a check-paying job. That was our biggest problem, and that's why we had to wait 2 months. You know, I had Aaliyah just a year ago, was on bed rest and stuff. Before that, I was a waitress. That was it. I worked off tips. That's what we lived off of, and we made it work. It was difficult to find out that even though I'd worked my whole life, it wasn't reliable on paper because there wasn't checks involved. Sucks. It really does. But got 2 months, and then I'll be here for a year, and that's what's going to make sure that we get a house. So, got to have a job for at least a year, okay? That's really big. That's also another, you know, responsible, reliable, consistent thing for the bank to see. You know, anything that shows that you're really serious and consistent on something, they love. So, like, seriously, sit down, think about it, talk about it with whoever you're thinking about doing it with, even if it's yourself. They're going to think I'm crazy, but I have conversations with myself all the time. Like, seriously, I'm talking to a camera right now. I'm talking to myself. I mean, somebody's going to listen later, but right now, I'm talking to myself. Okay? But you do need to have a serious talk and really think about what you want and how you want to do this and if it's something you want to do. Like I said, in my personal opinion, and whoever can disagree with it, that's perfectly fine. I really don't care. I think renting is a waste of time and money, and it's a lot more stressful. Yeah, the buying process of a house is stressful. It's difficult, it's frustrating, and you think you're going to go crazy. But that's only for a short little while. Then the house is yours. You can make changes, you can paint walls, you can go all out, do a whole black room or a whole pink room. It doesn't really matter. It's yours. So therefore, your money's not going to waste. It's yours. You're not just giving it to somebody else to say, you gotta go. Or, no, that dog's not cute enough. Or, he's too furry. Or, no, I don't think he's gonna be well in my house. You know, you don't have regulations or guidelines or restrictions. It's yours, and you worked for it, so therefore it makes it that much more special to you. That's my honest opinion. Is this process for everyone at 20? No. Are we a little crazy? Yeah, no doubt. We have a child, we have 2 dogs, and we're trying to buy a house at the age of 20. We're crazy, but we're making it work. We're doing it, and it's gonna be great. I'm so ready to have a house. I can't believe that we walked in thinking that it was going to be a year-long process before we could even think about looking for houses. And now, here we are, 2 months away from signing papers to get in a house. Guys, I'm so excited. We will be taking y'all on house tours whenever we finally start touring houses, which will probably be after we sign the papers for the loan, just because we want to know our legit straight budget, and we do not want to go over. If we can save, fantastic, guys, fantastic. But if we can't, it's okay. It's okay. We just don't want to go over budget. As long as we don't go over budget, we'll be fine. But we'll see. If we find seriously a perfect house, then we'll see what happens. We're excited. I hope y'all got some tips from this. I hope y'all will join us on our house touring trips, because it's about to get interesting. We'll see how it goes. So just stay tuned, find out what we got planned, see what all is going to happen. And if you haven't subscribed, do that now, please. Join our Mini Moon family. Bye, guys.